Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the conversation surrounding TIFA and the censorship that happened in Final Fantasy VII Remake is continuing because apparently, and you can never say we haven't talked about this company, good old Nexus Mods has taken it upon themselves to remove the mod that was removing the censorship on TIFA and returning it back to the original game. Now, you guys already know what Nexus Mod stands for, okay? Nexus Mods will stand for whatever fake diversity, equity, and inclusion they possibly could stand for. They are absolutely corporate shills. They will do whatever they can to make sure they maintain their access, and this company has now taken it upon themselves to do another virtue signal by removing the mod that removes the censorship. So let's get into this article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. The headline reads, Final Fantasy Remake mod restoring Tifa's uncensored cowgirl costume was removed by Nexus Mods. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, there is so much conversation that happened over TIFA right before Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was released, and whether you stand on the side of for it or whether you stand on the side of against it, ultimately it doesn't matter. These mods are really doing nothing that are going to hinder anyone's time or whatever the case may be. They are clear, they should be allowed, you know, and you're going to have people out there disingenuously trying to use Tifa's age that they just suddenly found out now because God knows they didn't complain about it for the last 4 years or damn near the last couple of decades, but that's neither here nor there. They're always going to use that disingenuous argument because that's their only ticket to an actual argument. Otherwise, they have zero argument. They know that this censorship is ridiculous. They know it's a retroactive censor that is only there because of companies like Sweet Baby Inc. and the ethics department over at Square Enix. This is the only reason why this exists. It says Nexus Mods has removed the mod that restored Tifa's cowgirl outfit in Final Fantasy VII Remake to its original uncensored state. As previously reported last week, Square Enix released a patch for the 4-year-old Final Fantasy VII Remake, which despite only claiming to only feature fixes to several bugs, which we fucking know, ladies and gentlemen, that whole fixes several bugs was literally just BS, okay? That fixes several bugs was in there just so they can say that that's what the patch was actually for, but it wasn't, ladies and gentlemen. They put out this 4-year-old patch. They put it out there to censor Tifa. It says, added an undershirt to the cowgirl outfit worn by a teenage Tifa in order to cover up her cleavage. Speculation currently suggests that this change was made because at some point between the first and second title's developments, Square Enix had grown skittish regarding the possible bad faith backlash that the original outfit could have drawn from Western critics, aka people that don't actually play the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be real. Most of the people who are complaining about the cleavage from Tifa are also people who don't play the game. It's a disingenuous argument. These are the same people that probably dress up their kids in ridiculous outfits, their teenagers in ridiculous outfits for Halloween that show way more cleavage than that. They are trying to use this as some sort of argument because they want to censor Eastern games. They have to. They need to. They know that they've already pretty much won on the Western market. Obviously, there's a lot of backlash they're experiencing right now, especially Sweet Baby Inc. But ultimately, the West is corrupt. The West is completely rotten from the core. It needs to be rebuilt from the ground up. The East, on the other hand, is just now facing a little bit of rot that is trying to seep its way in with localizers and all that stuff, and they are desperate to censor the Eastern games because they know that the Eastern market loves their feminine women. They know that those characters are definitely way different from the Western female characters that we unfortunately have to look at and be exposed to. So they are desperate, ladies and gentlemen. They want to make this a thing, and they'll give disingenuous arguments in order to get their ultimate goal. But we know at the end of the day, Tifa's cleavage never bothered them ever. We know that. We know that because they never said anything. However, as Tifa's outfit only appeared in a cutscene, some fans were quickly able to undo Square Enix's censorship, which, I mean, listen, the mods have fixed games from shoddy developers for a long time, okay? Look at all the mods that are available for Bethesda games. They fix the issues that developers say are too difficult to fix, and yet a modder is able to do it in half the time. It says, uploaded to Nexus Mods within 24 hours of the patch's release, the uncensored Nibelheim flashback video files mod restored the cutscene to its original state by way of simply switching out the offending video file for its pre-patch version. But just one day after its uploading, players discovered that the mod was taken down by the site's administration and remains unavailable as of writing. Listen, I don't know if any of you guys who are watching this video right now actively use Nexus mods, but if you do, please, man, for the love of God, you need to use other modding websites. Stop uploading things that you know Nexus mods is going to take down. Nexus mods is all for this fake diversity bullshit and inclusion bullshit. You know that they're going to take down anything and everything that has to do against their leftist ideology. It is a completely ideologically driven company. It is not a company for profit. It's a company for ideology. So you need to use something else. Otherwise, they're going to keep doing this. I see people constantly uploading mods that are getting deleted left and right by Nexus mods, and then we're making this into an article as if we're shocked about it. We should not be shocked about this. We know what Nexus mod stands for, so please use another modding website. If you guys have any ideas for modding websites aside from what I've already mentioned in previous videos, please put them in the comments of this video so people can go check them out. It says in a post to his Discord server, the mods creator TIFA bro, great name by the way, who has also made several other Final Fantasy Remake outfit mods for the main adult version of the game, a character confirmed that it has been removed by Nexus mod staff due to Tifa being 15 years old during the scene in question. Interesting. That's very interesting, Nexus mods, because again, let's make this very clear. These are tourists, right? These are people who are tourists to the video game scene. They actually don't care about anything. They only want to push their leftist ideology. You know how I know that? Because you're going to ban a mod because the character is 15 years old, and that's your reason. That's what you want to latch onto. That's what you want to hold on to. You're desperate to make that a thing. And yet, for the last 4 years, Nexus mods, I don't think you ever said a statement at all about Final Fantasy VII having a cleavaged 15-year-old girl in a flashback scene. I don't think you said anything at all. Actually, I think you've been pretty fucking quiet for the last 4 years. And yet now, because there's something for you to virtue signal to as if you're arbiters of justice, all of a sudden, you want to make it into a thing because she's 15. Shut the fuck up with this disingenuous bullshit. All you people using her age as an excuse to advocate for censorship, you are the reason that things like this happen in the first place. You are everything wrong with video games, and this is why they want the Eastern game censored. I'm telling you, bro, fuck that shit. It really is stupid. I don't have a problem with covering up the character because she's underage or whatever, but you're using that as a means to push retroactive censorship when you know that you don't actually care about the fact that she's 15. You don't care about that, and we know that you don't care about that because you didn't say a fucking thing for the last 4 years as if that was ever really a problem for you. You only saying it now because your ideology is telling you to say it. That's the only reason. It says, per Tifa bro, Nexus Mod's community manager Happy Barra reportedly informed him, "We do not wish to host a mod that portrays an underage character in a way that the original designers deemed was no longer appropriate." No longer appropriate, really. So I guess you were okay with them as long as they thought it was appropriate. As long as they thought it was appropriate for the last 4 years, you're fine with pedophilia, Nexus Mods. Is that what you're saying? Is that how far we want to go with this? Tifa Bro then shared the mod files within Discord, which have since gone on to being spread around to Twitter and other social media platforms. Nexus Mods has been known to remove mods that they deem offensive. This includes a gender swap mod for Baldur's Gate 3, which removed a lesbian romance, mods to remove the pronoun modifier from Starfield, and a mod which replaced LGBT pride flags with the US flag in Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. The last one being removed despite it making the exact same edits to the game Sony did to the game released in the Middle East. And that's when I lost all not that I had any respect really for Nexus mods, but this part right here with Spider-Man Remastered, they banned a mod that literally the developers do themselves for markets that don't accept this nonsense, right? This progressive nonsense. I guess it's okay for the company to do it. Nexus Mods is perfectly fine with Insomniac Games being bigots, but they're not okay with the modders putting out a mod to do the exact same thing. Make that shit make sense. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.